Hello, my name is Judge Will Thompson. I'm running for the West Virginia Supreme Court in Division 2. I am the only candidate in my race that actually has judicial experience. The purpose of this video is to tell you the single most important issue for the voters to decide upon in this race. This race basically boils down to the judge versus the politicians. I have several politicians in my race, some of whom ran several statewide campaigns before. I've never ran a campaign outside of Boone and Lincoln counties, and in fact, I've never been opposed as a judicial candidate. Let me explain how a judge makes a decision. A judge makes a decision based on the facts that the judge hears and experiences in a courtroom, and makes a decision based upon his research and knowledge and experience with the law. Let's contrast that with how a politician makes a decision. A politician makes a decision based on public opinion polls, and more importantly, a politician makes a decision based on getting reelected and making sure they have a job. As a judge, I've had to make several very tough decisions that you struggle with, and you want to make sure you make the right decisions. For example, I've had to make decisions where I've had a scared 14-year-old boy who makes a Facebook post that he's going to come in and shoot up our local high school. I have to hear the law, I have to hear the facts, and I have to evaluate the situation to see if this was a scared little boy, or see if this was somebody that was an attention seeker, or to see if this was somebody who was actually a school shooter. And I've had to make decisions on that. I have sit in a chair and I've made those decisions. Politicians have not had the opportunity or experience or the knowledge or know-how to make that type of decisions. I've had to make decisions based on removing children from homes, even when the parents might love them. There's been times when a mom or a dad might really love their child, but because of either a drug addiction or a mental illness, they've not been able to care for the child. And those are some very tough decisions I've had to make. I've also had to make decisions in criminal cases. Like, do you give up on a person? Do you just send them to the penitentiary, or do you keep trying to get them fixed? I do believe in people. I do believe in trying to get people fixed. If I thought prison fixed everybody, I would simply send everybody to prison. It's really easy to do. But does that fix the problem? Not always. So a judge has to do that. Let's talk about how a politician makes a decision. A politician makes a decision based on several things. First, public opinion polls. They want to be popular. They want to get reelected. Why do they want to be popular and getting reelected? That's how they stay in a job. That's how they keep working on their retirement. They make decisions so that people want to smile and say, hey, good job. They're not used to making tough decisions like judges have to make. My campaign is going to be based on the people of West Virginia. It's going to be the people of West Virginia coming out and saying, we want a judge, we want a justice who actually has experience, who actually understands the law, who actually has applied the law, and who is willing to make decisions that's based on the law and facts, not based on public opinion polls. Every decision I've ever made, my cardinal rule is I need to make decisions that I feel comfortable with, so that when I go put my head on a pillow at night, I don't second guess myself. Politicians have not had that experience. Politicians in this race, they're going to be funded by large corporate interests. They're going to be funded by special interest groups. That's not me. For me to win this race, I need the people of West Virginia to come together. I'd like to end this by giving a simple analogy and a comparison. Let's think about a judge as an umpire at a baseball game. Let's say you're at the umpire's at a baseball game. It's the bottom of the ninth inning. The home team's pitching. There's 2 strikes on the batter. The pitcher throws a ball that's slightly outside. I mean, very slightly. I mean, the umpire knows it's outside, but it's very, very close. A politician, as an umpire, is going to take into account that you have a very large home crowd, and he wants to be popular, and he wants to be liked, and he wants to be hired by that home baseball team to come back and be an umpire. So a politician would call that a strike and end the ball game. A judge would call that a ball and be fair and just. So you got to ask yourself, do you want a judge with experience on our Supreme Court, or do you want a politician? I'm sure the politicians, they probably have more hair and better smile than I do. They're probably more widely known at this point in the race. But if you want a politician, vote for a politician. If you want a judge, if you want a justice, if you want somebody that's going to care about the people of West Virginia, vote for me. Thank you very much.